Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5 as Korea in the Vox Populi mod. Ooh, lost control of the camera there for a split second. And we're in the process of trying to wonder whore a little bit. I was hoping to get the other one, but it didn't quite work out in my favor. Somebody else beat me to it, but we are now generating points towards a great person. I hope I get the pyramids. I'm going to settle in place here. If I were to settle here, oh man, if I settled there, I would lose some land, but I would get a quadrant of farms. I don't think it's worth it to lose all the land that I would lose by going here, and all the coast I would gain doesn't seem to add much value. I think I would much rather, because this city, Seoul, can reach out to here, and so can this city, so I would much rather to grab more of this land availability. So I'm going to settle right there in place. So here's Busan. The very first thing that Busan is going to work on is a what? What are you going to work on, Busan? Well, the council is super important, so I'm going to go ahead and go for that. You're going to fortify there to heal up. You're going to do a hit. You're going to fortify to heal up. I'll move this warrior up in here to intercept and fight. Ah, I found Dido. I would like to, or Dido, rather. I'd like to, we can't do embassies or anything. So how am I doing on the old demographics map mode here? So my literacy is in okay shape, but I think that's because nobody is literate yet. I have the worst army in the game. My land isn't terrible. Okay, so I'm not, I'm in pretty bad shape. I'm in pretty bad shape already, but I think I can recover. So we got these elephants online. So I think I'm justified in unworking that now. Then we want to get the deer online. And we'll go into our next turn. Got 4 turns until the pyramids are produced. I'm really hoping that I get that. Oh my god. Are you for real right now? Another? We'll do a hit there. Ugh. Man. There are just units spawning left, right, and center. We'll go into our next turn. He's going to probably do some damage to Busan again. Oh no, he's going to get into my city. He's going to do damage and annoy me. So I can get that kill, no problem. And then I can get that kill there. Busan has grown. Yeah, work that tile. That's good. That's exactly what I want you to be doing. Kidnapped. Ah, man, they stole production when I'm building a wonder. That's like the worst thing that they could do. I'm going to build a camp in here. That's going to give me +1 food. I'll go into my next turn. If I lose Stonehead or pyramids by 1 turn, I'm going to be pretty upset. So you can actually finish this off now. You've picked up all the experience that you can from barbarians. I'm going to move you forward a tile and shoot, and that should clean him out. You're going to move into the city and then get healed up. We need to go clear out this barbarian encampment. I'd also like to clear out this one for Ragusa. I just don't have the military for it because I'm trying to greed out wonders. I have another settler coming out with this wonder should I finish it. And it's looking like I might be able to finish it. I'm going to take accuracy because sometimes it's harder to soften up a unit than it is to finish it. I'll go ahead and fortify this Pathfinder. Seoul has grown in population. Ugh, that thing happened where the yield icons disappear. So I'm going to lock in the elephant. Actually, I'm going to lock in the Royal Guardhouse. Ugh, can I afford to grow so slowly though? I don't know if I can. I'll lock in the... I don't think I can afford... Yeah, I can afford to grow that slowly. We will be fine. Remember, growth actually hurts you in this. So we need to deal with isolation and poverty and a few other things. We'll go into our next turn. I definitely want to stay above zero unhappiness though. I think that would be really bad if I fall below it in this game, because it's gonna. I need to be going through my golden age stuff. So if I'm too low on happiness, then I've got problems. Okay, so you want jade. I don't think I have jade in my empire. You should be fortified. But there are some pretty good cities up here when the pyramids finishes. Okay, so the tile improvement construction speed is improved, and we get a settler near the city. Which also gives us Temple of Artemis, so now we can build that. Awesome. So it's a little bit more expensive because I have a wonder, but I want it for the engineer point so that I can hammer out a wonder later for you know, a low cost. So yeah, over here, this is definitely sort of the area that I'm thinking. If I settled there, I would capture a lot of this desert, but I also capture a lot of these other resources. There wouldn't be much room for farms. This city can reach the horses, so I think that's the tile I ideally want to settle on right there. Then there would be, so if I settled there, there's probably another city in here somewhere, probably right there. So we'll go ahead and we'll move out with that settler. Choose research here. So I think it's time to pick up fishing because I am working 2 fishing tiles. So fishing boats would be really nice. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. And then we'll go into our next turn. Okay, so I got the pyramids constructed for Ragusa. So I did their quest. It didn't really make them happier. But, you know, what are you going to do? Bring this archer up this way. Okay, so I can found a pantheon now. So I think... I think I need to pick something with happiness. I really do. So the god of all creation is really good. +1 culture and happiness for every pantheon ever founded. That would be like 6 that'd be 6 happiness. What other happiness ones are there? +1 happiness on cities and rivers. I don't have a lot of rivers, so that wouldn't be so good. Let's see. Quarries and stoneworks, and +3 faith in cities with a specialist. I don't think I care, although faith here could be really good because it is, you know, generating a great profit is has potential. Are there any religions? There are no religions yet, so I could go for a faith generating pantheon. I would really like one with happiness. The god of all creation could work. It has that +2 faith, and the +1 culture and happiness for every pantheon is really nice. +2 faith and +2 golden cities with a god with a connection. That's really nice. Boo, 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 boo. Tundra tiles with improved resources. That would not be a whole lot for me. That would be a little bit. God King. +1 culture, faith, gold, and science and capital for every 5 followers of your pantheon and owned cities. That's okay. Are there any ones with happiness? I think, yeah, I think I just have to take this one because it has happiness attached to it. So yeah, there you go. I just got 6 happiness out of my religion, which is going to contribute towards my great golden ages, or whatever they're called. Yeah, golden ages. Okay, so we just built the deer over here. I'm going to lock that tile in. We've got 8 turns until this city grows. So I think I'm going to start getting... I think I'll start a road down towards here. And I need to think of what's the best way to do that road. And I think it's best served by going like this. because there's going to be another city up here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to draw a path between all the cities that I plan on settling. One is going over here, one is going over here. And basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to minimize how many roads I have to build to minimize the maintenance. So if I go out like this and come down like this, then I can use these two tiles as link-ups for my other cities, which would drastically decrease the number of tiles that I need. And I also like my roads to be fairly straight. It would mean that like a more direct route would just be like this, but this would minimize the amount of roads I need. So I'm going to go up to there to do that. Then we'll go into our next turn. I think I'm probably going to stay on 4 cities for quite a while in this game. So why don't you go ahead and... Oh, I had to use... It wouldn't let me build a road normally. That's kind of weird. So I might actually be able to go get some exploration done with this guy. Oh man, that fish spawning over there, that's really unfortunate. I'm going to send some units over to help Ragusa. Oh no, actually, I need to go deal with this guy. So we settle over there, that looks good. We'll go into our next turn. Oh, look, there's Carthage. Move here, get up there. Settle in place. An archer and a warrior should be able to take that, so I can send this warrior out over here. We'll go into our next turn. We're going for the fast council. Sadly, I can't embark yet, so I'll just have to kind of hold off. Busan has grown again. It's working kind of crappy-ish tiles, but it has an okay-ish amount of production, and it'll get its council in a relatively reasonable amount of time. So you grew. Unit needs orders. Go ahead and shoot there. Make your way over. You grew. Okay, I already dealt with that. So, Jeonju. I think the big thing for you, I would like to. Yeah, I think getting the council early is good for your science. So I'll get the council early, and then I'll go into my next turn. I want to try and make my empire sustainable. So with a bright flash of light and a huge crash, a meteor has landed near one of our cities. Your officials collected the meteorite and brought it to the capital for study. What should they do with it? I think I'm going to take the culture from my palace. That's going to speed up the rate at which I get my policies. So if you could get over here and help out Ragusa with that, that would be great. I am going to want to be friendly with Ragusa because they are maritime. So let's go into our next... Oop, didn't mean to click on that. So she has a really powerful military, which I need to be careful about. I'm going to move you forward here. Take a shot there. Go there. Unit needs orders. Make your way up like this. I don't want to stand in his territory. I think they still get upset with you if you're in their territory. Petra has been built and so has the Roman Forum. Those are okay. As long as I can get the Artemis one, I'm happy. Yeah, lock that in. That's a good tile. Okay, we found Ormus. What are you? You are irrational. So you're kind of random in the requests that you make. So you grew, that's fine. I already dealt with that. We found a barbarian encampment here. You're dealing with your own barbarians. You met the city-state. Unit needs orders. You make your way over there. So I don't think there's room for another city up over here, but there's definitely room for a city right here, I feel. It doesn't share a whole lot of tiles with anyone else. And that's pretty much what we're going to build after Seoul is finished with the Temple of Artemis. I'm going to bring my archer over to help out with some of these sort of military things that I'm running into over there. Okay, we just unlocked fishing, so we're going to want workboats eventually. Busan, I think actually it might be worth it to get the workboat here already. Could really use a worker. So I'll get started on a worker. No, just work on your own infrastructure. Grab a workboat. So I can adopt a policy here. That'll give me another 2 faith, which will... It might not get me a great profit, but it'll give me a chance if I get a couple of shrines up. So I'm going to choose my research here. I do want to go for writing because I am going to want to do some city-state stuff this game, I think. Okay, I feel justified in getting the heck out of there. So just keep making your roads as I try to loop around and efficiently link up these cities. Because I am getting some unhappiness from isolation and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, you can head over here too, I think. We'll go into our next turn. So we just about to finish the Temple of Artemis. Hopefully we don't get sniped. And there it is. So the plus 10% growth is pretty nice. And the extra production when building ranged units is going to be super handy too. Also the free granary. You know, that's just, you know, bonus on top. I think that's pretty much it for great works though. I think I'm going to work the great artist slot as well. I want the culture, I want the science, and I also want the points towards great artists. Because again, remember, I want to generate as many great people as possible. So my empire really needs more workers. It needs workers, workboats, and some units. So maybe I'll pick up an extra. I think I'm going to pick up a worker here, just to help me get some more tiles improved. I'm going to have you fortify until you're healed. You take your minor defeat. We'll go into our next turn. Fortify until healed. I've got units on the way over there. I'll go worker settler, and then I'll settle on that tile right there. We'll go into our next turn. I do need to keep an eye out for barbarian encampments spawning in or near my territory. We head over there. Jeonju. Okay, we finished the council. That's going to give us that little bit of science to keep us going. The barracks also has science on it. I think I want to get the buildings that don't really have maintenance costs on them. Oh man, I could go shrines here and pick up a religion at some point. Yeah, let's go for shrines. Let's see if we can pick up a religion. We're a little bit behind on it, but I don't think it's impossible for us to do it. Let's go into our next turn. So we weren't really interested in the mausoleum, so I'm not too worried that it was taken. We definitely need to start improving our gold income, so I'm going to build this camp here. So Jeonju grew again. I wonder why that... I think the game is bugging out a little bit, but I definitely want to work this because these are my most productive tiles. Birth of a Citizen, got 3 science in Jeonju, that's not bad. Head up here. We're bringing our units. Okay, Seoul just finished the worker, and I think it's time to grab my 4th and essentially final settler, at least for the foreseeable future. I have no plans to settle more cities with my current, city layout and building layout and stuff like that. I would like to get farms in, and I would like to get like a weave of farms in here. We're also going to want to tackle the unhappiness in these cities. So let's move this warrior along. I'm actually going to keep this warrior over here to escort the settler. I don't feel comfortable going into the fog of war because a barbarian encampment might spawn right there when I need to do it, and then I'm delayed, and that's really bad if that happens. Okay, so we can establish a trade route now, and we're going to want to do that as a priority. I'll move over here. I'll move you up. You're ready to fight. I'm going to choose production here in Busan. Okay, we just got the workboat, so I'll actually go ahead and I'll drop that now. That's one production and one culture. That's a really nice tile now. We do have cash flow problems, but I think we can live through it for a little bit of time and grab stuff like shrines. I think shrines don't have any maintenance, so I want to get the maintenance-free buildings essentially first. Extra due to happiness. Yeah, we want to stay above our happiness curve. And so I want to link up this city here like this, because it's starting to get some isolation negatives. I will have problems due to the negative gold, but I'll be able to solve that once I have the township building things. Okay, you demand citrus, but we do actually have citrus available to our empire. Did I accidentally send you again this way? No. Go to Seoul. Go there. Unit needs orders. Okay, we're going to do a shot here. Ooh, you would take a lot of damage. So just hold on. Next turn we'll shoot again. So somebody entered the classical era. Get the hell out of there. Hold on, we'll go into our next turn. So you want ivory for gold. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll take that deal. That'll help wipe out my cash flow problem. You need to run up onto that hill. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to clear out the barbarian encampment first so that I can get Ragusa on my side. This might result in a dead archer, but I should be just fine. So it's saying to settle here, and I can kind of see what it's talking about. No, I can't. That's an awful city settlement. This is far superior right there, in my opinion. I mean, it overlaps quite a bit, but it should be able to have some of its own tiles without a problem. Okay, Seoul. You need to do some stuff. You need to pick up a shrine for me. I want to get my religion. Okay, so I established a connection here. That's going to help out with the unhappiness. We've also got crime and illiteracy problems, so we're going to want to pick up, if at all possible, some people to alleviate that in the form of, what you call it. We're going to want to pick up garrisons. We need garrison units for our cities. So what kind of units are we going to use for our garrison? I don't know. Maybe we'll just use archers. It seems like a reasonable move, although melee units seem to give more protection, so maybe I'll use melee units. But that's kind of dependent on me getting iron. We're going for riding. Then we are going to want to pick up bronze working to be able to chop down forests. But that's a good path in general. Okay, so I will lock that tile in. I'm going to get you to move here, and then I'm going to get you to build a road to there. Because when my settler settles next turn, then I can get that city linked up pretty much. So like, so the road between these two cities, right, is expensive. But had I went this way, right, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roads with no shared roads with this guy. So then I would have needed another 1, 2, 3, 4 roads. Whereas if I go this way, which would have been a total of 9, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I save a road basically by doing it this way, which isn't bad in my opinion, even if it is a little bit awkward in terms of the pathfinding and how the road is laid out. But you know, it saves a bit of stuff. So they will add food to my capital. Ooh. So I can move units through their territory. Now they are a little bit going to fall down. Now they want me to connect tobacco to my trade network. I'm not going to gift them any units. So I need to kill that horseman, and that boosted them up a little bit. I'm going to continue to explore with these 2 units. Please don't pillage that. No. Man, that's horrific. Goddamn barbarian galleys. Why don't you heal up here? You've been doing a good job. Ah, that's so upsetting. Yeah, why don't you stay in Seoul for now? We'll go into our next turn. So the statue of Zeus was built far away. Oh, awesome. We got another great engineer. That actually kind of syncs up well with writing. We might be able to great engineer the great library. That could be really cool. Okay, so I'm going to take the barrage promotion. Again, I want my units to be quite balanced in their approach to things. Statue of Zeus has been built. Great engineer was born. 33 great golden age points. Now, I mean, I could make a manufactory. What does it actually do? It's a +5 production tile. It's not a terrible idea. But I think if I were able to get the Great Library, I think that would be really cool. We've got 5 turns until we hit our next policy. So we picked up a shrine, so now we're getting much closer to a religion. I definitely want the council, but this city actually has a little bit of science in here in any way. So I'm going to maybe go for the culture, because I want to start, I want to get culture in my cities. Although I do want to actually double check here. What is causing you poverty here? And I think it's market stuff. So that's something I'm going to want to be very conscious of and very careful about. But I do want to get my cheap and easy to build low maintenance buildings first. I'm very interested. Oh, it's because you have the granary, right? The granary gives those tiles +1 food. Yes. So in Daegu, I'm going to rush the shrine. And then we'll go into our next turn. Now, Daegu is not exactly the best city I've ever made, but I think it's acceptable. We've got another city connection established. I'm going to bring this guy up here, and he's going to establish a city connection between this and Jeonju. We'll continue to shoot there. I want to do... Actually, I don't want to explore with this unit. Five turns until Seoul is ready. We're going to be making another great engineer. Oh. Daegu took a hit. It looks like there wasn't really anything to steal for that barbarian, though. So Busan has grown again. I'm going to turn off these yield icons as much as I want them on, just because it makes it a little bit awkward in seeing what's actually going on. So Busan grew, and it's working these tiles. It's kind of in a bit of a struggle. It's only really growing because of the things that's being granted to it from my social policies. What do I want to build here? I think I do want to grab the monument because it has no maintenance attached to it, and it's a fairly cheap building. And it will provide me with culture, which will help out my empire in general. Okay, I definitely want more workers. I also want to grab my caravan, so I'm going to go caravan. Caravan worker, I think, is a reasonable pathway to take there. Jeonju grew again as well. It doesn't have quite as good tiles as the other cities, which is making me feel tempted to grab an earlier monument. And I will. So we'll call that the end of this turn. I want to thank you guys, or end of this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.